Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing amazing today. So I just wanted to jump on here and do a video for you guys to share some wisdom. My intention for this video is to kind of get an idea of where we all are on a collective level. So I might be kind of tapping into kind of like some earth energies, just kind of because I feel like that's a good direction to kind of channel and channel the energy with, because we are all on earth and we're all kind of like a collective being. I mean, we are a collective being, if you believe that, you know, whatever. But yeah, so I'm doing some smudging real quick with my Palo Santo real quick, just to kind of clear the energy, protect the energy, and charge it. So I'm just gonna smudge that real quick. But yeah, so my intention for this reading is to kind of get an idea of where we are at on a collective level at this time. And so let's see. Okay, so not everybody has this innate understanding that, you know, we are all connected. We are all connected. Everything on this planet, everything in this universe is all connected. And you know, that's not everyone, but a lot of people. And this is for those people who are kind of understand that that to be their truth. And so, you know, just like certain animals, you know, in the world, such as grasshoppers, even like trees and stuff, you can tap into the energy of the grasshopper, which would be kind of connecting to every single, you know, grasshopper there is, and kind of getting a collective energy of that insect or animal. You know, whales, they all have this kind of collective energy within their species, within their race. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. I've kind of channeled grasshopper energy. I've channeled tree energy before, and it kind of has an overall energy message, wisdom to each kind of like species, or like I said, race or whatever. And so just like the human race, you know, I feel like there is a collective energy and kind of collective journey that we're all going through and experiencing together. And so that's what the intention of this video is to kind of just to get an idea of where we are as a collective, you know, race, just to see where we're going, and you know, what energies are in our path right now. What can we expect? How have we been doing? How are we doing now? Where are we going to go moving forward? So just kind of general insight, just for help, you know, for guidance, because, you know, we're in a crazy time right now. It's, you know, I'm certain that everybody is going through somewhat of an interesting time in their lives, because the world is going through a crazy thing, and it just feels like I want to do this because I'm curious myself, you know. This isn't just for, you know, the people that are going to be watching this video. It's also for me as well, because I'm a part of this collective. And so I'm very interested to see what comes up, excited to see what comes up. I want to know what's going on in the collective world right now, and let's see what comes up. I've got my cards here. I've got my tarot cards here. I've got some oracle cards here, and we're just gonna draw whatever card we feel we need to. Okay, guys, so let's get into it. I think I'm gonna start with my moon oracle cards, just to kind of get an overall understanding of what's going on in the collective right now. Just kind of an overall understanding of what's happening in the collective right now, you know. Let's see what's going on, what we can do about it, how we can utilize this energy to move forward positively as a oneness, you know, as the human race, as earth dwelling beings. Okay, let's see what's going on in the world right now. Okay. Ooh, I like it. There is a time, it's a time for healing. Okay, let me just feel in that message real quick. Okay, a time for healing. Okay, a time for healing. Okay, now I think I want to pull some tarot cards now to get a little bit more of an elaborate message for that kind of general message. We're going through a time of healing. I mean, come on, that sounds great. I can feel that. I bet a lot of you can feel that right now. I bet you a lot of you are feeling I guess we'll find out. Hold on. I think I would appreciate some guidance in trying to kind of articulate my thoughts and the messages that I'm feeling and receiving. The cards help me to kind of move through these messages in an organized manner because I could get a little bit, my mind gets crazy up there. Okay, so these cards really help me to kind of organize thoughts and the messages coming in so that I can express them in a way that makes sense to you guys, because sometimes if I just get scatterbrained, guys. You know what I'm talking about. So let's have the tarot help us out a little bit for getting a more elaborate message here for this healing energy that's happening right now. Okay. So we have 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm feeling from that card right now in conjunction with this time for healing card, the 5 of Pentacles has to do with almost like, I guess, a victim mentality, kind of, because you can see in this card there are 2 people outside of this, what looks like maybe a sanctuary, a church or something of that sort. And you can tell, I mean, this guy has crutches, it's snowing, this person they almost look like homeless, right? It's definitely depicting the idea that these people are poor, don't have much, are at a loss. But in the optimistic part of this card is that they're right. The sanctuary is right here, you know, it's right there, but they don't really see it. They're not looking at it. They're not really paying attention to this sanctuary. I'm sorry, it's not, my face is interfering with its ability to focus, sorry. But yeah, you can tell right here, there's this sanctuary right here and it's like a church feeling, you know, it's like this place is open to people who need a place to be. And so that's what I'm feeling for this. It's like there's this feeling of like not having anything. There's this feeling of lack, this feeling of being a victim. And I feel like a lot of us at this time are really healing from that idea, because it's not necessarily something that could be, I mean, it could be something that you're experiencing right now, just feeling kind of lost, or feeling like you don't have anywhere to go, or feeling like, yeah, just those feelings. But what I'm feeling with this healing card, this healing moon card, is that even though this may be your actual physical experience at this time, we are kind of healing the idea that it has to be like this sometimes. So I feel like a lot of us at this time are going to be coming into our own personal power that won't allow us to kind of be in these positions, in these Five of Pentacle positions where you're lost and you know, you don't have any money, or you're poor, you feel like you're lacking, you know, all that stuff. Excuse me. And so I'm just feeling like there is this, sorry, excuse me again. I am feeling like there is this sort of, in order to kind of change this reality, we kind of have to start with how we kind of view our perception. We kind of have to start with that, and how we feel about, you know, lack mentality and victim mentality, and being poor and feeling that you are without, because on a very energetic and deep level, there is no such thing as lack. There's no such thing as poverty, but it's something that was kind of created. I know that sounds a little bit out there, but let's keep going. It's just what I'm feeling, okay? Okay. All right, what else? What else is happening right now in the collective? Okay. Yeah. Dear Lord. Okay. Excuse me. So, interesting. It almost feels like with this five, because with this Five of Pentacles, this kind of lack card, I also just picked up the Five of Swords. So we have the Five of Pentacles and we have the Five of Swords here. In numerology, as per my experience at least, or my understanding, fives kind of indicate conflict. And we also have the Six of Swords here, which represents walking away from something, or walking away from a certain perspective or belief. And so, and this card is in the middle of these two fives. So I feel like a lot of us right now have really become aware of the chaos around them. And are making a choice to say to themselves, like a self-declaration of, I don't want to be, you know, in the middle of all of this chaos. I don't want to be a part of this world where there is chaos and people, you know, feeling sorry for themselves, or you know, with the Five of Swords, you can see that there's this person who is just like stabbing people and like taking stuff from them. It just feels like almost like an end of the world vibes, where people are kind of running amok. Like, people are going crazy right now. I'm seeing like a scene from Jumanji. I don't know if you, hopefully, I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen Jumanji, but if you haven't seen Jumanji, there is a scene in the movie Jumanji where all of these like animals and creatures from the Jumanji game have been released into the real world, and it's kind of creating this chaos to where people are freaking out. And there are people in this grocery store. It's not necessarily, maybe it's not necessarily a grocery store. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's just kind of like a store, and people are kind of like, people are taking everything. People are like, okay, well, if things are crazy right now, who knows how it's going to be in a little while, so I might as well just take all of this stuff and take and take and take. And that's what this kind of mentality is. There's just this chaos around where people are kind of in a frenzy and scared, and because of this fear, they're attacking each other and stealing from each other. It's just the feeling I'm getting. And in the middle, you're here, right? And you're migrating away from it is what I'm feeling. And usually with the swords, it has to do about walking away from, a way of thinking, a way of perceiving, right? So not, that's what the swords really represent. Represents the element air, and those aspects both represent kind of thoughts. And so even though that's representative of thoughts, it could be literally you are moving away. You could be literally, moving away from a certain area, moving away from a certain person, moving away from certain people. So I feel like there is this kind of power within the self that is allowing a lot of us right now to walk away from things that we don't want to experience, that we don't want to be around. And so that's very cool. Okay. Okay. So let's see what else we got here. All right, what else would be useful for the collective to know at this time about where the collective is at this time? All right. We need some useful information here. We need some helpful information. We need some guidance how to get through these times, because these times is crazy. So we need some guidance, Spirit. We need some oh, okay. All right. I hear you. Okay, so we have, ooh, I love this card, the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, the energy around the Queen of Swords is all about taking charge of your own life. Being in charge of your life, being in charge of your thoughts, being in charge of your mind, being in charge of your reality, taking responsibility for your life and doing what you need to do to clear out all that's not serving you. Okay, yeah, the Queen of Swords. She's very intelligent. She is strong. She knows when to say no. She knows when enough is enough. She's just so grounded and strong. So that's awesome. And she was just dying to jump out of this deck. So I love that. Okay, so yeah, we're building up some strength. We're building up some personal strength here, and really, really kind of coming into the strength that we all have, because we all are born with innate badass strength, man. We all are, but we don't necessarily really see it or feel it or believe that we have that. I think a lot of us believe that that strength is something that you have to find external, and that's what probably causes a lot of people to, you know, be dependent in relationships or feel lonely without somebody, is because they feel like strength comes from something external, like it's a crutch or something, when in actuality this strength is something that is in you, that has always been inside of you, and something that is your mission to see and feel and understand that it's yours and not anybody else's, and that no one... Okay, sorry, my camera died with that last message there. But like I was saying about the Queen of Swords, yeah, so it's something that people are having to realize now, that it's something that has always been theirs, and it's something that can't actually be taken from you. It's something that you kind of have to give permission to give. It's something you give away. It's something that you can unknowingly give away to other people, your power, you know. So it's unlimited. It's within you. And if it feels like you don't have it, it's probably because you're unknowingly giving it away in some capacity. But yeah, so the Queen of Swords is very strong, and I feel like we are kind of healing a lot of things in ourselves that are allowing us to come into alignment with the energy of the Queen of Swords. And that goes for anybody, whether you're, you know, male, female, or whatever else the other, you know, genders are. it doesn't matter. It just has to do with, you know, being strong. Being strong and coming into an alignment with this strength and healing all of the things that you need to heal in order to come into alignment with this strength, and to remember that this strength is yours and that you've always had it, and you can always tap into it whenever you're kind of going through troubling times. You can always kind of go within. Okay, ooh. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups here, which has to do with wish fulfillment. That's cool. Getting what you ask for, getting what you've asked for. I feel like a lot of us may have been really wishing for something, maybe wishing for a certain life, a certain experience, a certain job, a certain relationship, and I feel like you're definitely attracting it. With all of this healing that's taking place in the world right now, you're really attracting the things that you want that align with your heart, because there's a lot of things that we want in life that doesn't necessarily mean that we need it, you know? So what I'm feeling with this kind of wish fulfillment, it's more about like a heart-centered fulfillment, like something that will really be fulfilling to you, to not only, you know, what you think you need, but in your entire being. It's something that will be so good for you, and it's something that you want. And so a lot of us at this time are coming into this strength, and with that, you know, we're healing, and because of this healing, we're coming into the strength, and because of this strength, we're gonna start seeing things that we want happen for us almost instantly. I feel like it's gonna be like this kind of like sudden, like, oh my God, I can't believe this is my life. I can't believe it's actually like happening for me. Like, is this my life? Like, what is going on? So that's awesome. I love that. Oh, we got 6 swords again. And it's because we're leaving ideas that don't serve us. We're leaving old ways of doing things. We're leaving traditions that do not align with who we are as individuals. We're leaving what we've been told without understanding that we know what we need. You know, we don't need somebody else to tell us what we need. We know what we need, and we're really connecting to that part in us, that aspect in us that is strong, that aspect in us that is associated with the Queen of Swords, that confidence, that self-discipline, that ability to say no to something that doesn't serve us, that ability to say enough is enough, man. Because I really feel like that's this energy, is there's this big enough is enough energy, and it's clearing a lot of shit for us that has been holding us back, and it's allowing for us to heal what needs to be healed so that we can come into our power, and so that we can get what we want and achieve success in whatever way that we want that aligns with our heart, mind, body, and soul. So awesome. That's so, I love this. Okay, what else? Okay, I think let's pull another oracle card. Let's get another kind of general idea of what's going on. What's going on the collective front? What might be helpful for us to know? How can we utilize this information to move forward positively in our lives, for the best freaking outcomes in our lives? What's going on in this world? Right. Look at that. first of all, look at the beauty of this card. Look at the strength in this card. Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. Wow. Wow. That's so, oh, that's so powerful. It's so strong. It's so determined. It's so sure that they will find success. So for those of you who are looking to be successful, if you are not already confident and sure that you have already succeeded in future timelines, do that. Be sure, be confident that you have already achieved your goals. You've already succeeded in what you want to succeed in this future timeline. Believe that you already have achieved it, and now all you have to do is kind of do the things that you need to do to make that happen. And you will because you want to, and because you're finding the strength within you, and because you're letting go of things that do not serve you, that are holding you back, that are weighing you down. Like, wow. And really aligning with the energy that the universe is a part of you, that you are part of the universe, and that the universe is part of you. Sorry, the sirens. Okay, that you are the universe, and that the universe is you, and that if you want to be successful, that the universe picks up on that because you're a part of it, and it works with you. It wants you to be successful if you want to be successful. It's like a mirror. If you see, if you only believe that, if you believe that you're a victim, it will mirror that back to you in your experiences, and you will experience things that will seem as though you are limited, and that you have to work super hard in order to make ends meet, living paycheck to paycheck, and it's just bullshit. Excuse me. And so, yeah, a lot of us are really connecting with that universal idea that the universe is on your side, and that it's abundant, and that it will provide anything that you ask it to provide. And so it might be very helpful to you to perceive the universe as a mirror. And so whatever you kind of put out into the universe, it will give back to you whatever you're, putting off, or giving off, I should say. Wow. Okay, so let's pull some tarot cards to get a little bit more of an elaborate message regarding this, maybe, or just in whatever Spirit wants to say. All right. What do we need to know? Excuse me. Right now. What do we need to know right now? Justice. Everything. This card is so in alignment with this card. I mean, because the Buffalo Spirit talks about universal, the universe provides. The universe will provide to you. Whatever you put out into the universe, it will come back to you. So make sure it's positive, make sure what you're putting out there is positive. I know a lot of people don't think that the things that they do matter to the world, but they do. It's because we are all connected, and whatever you put out into the universe, like I said, comes back to you. But if a lot of people are doing like horrible things behind closed doors, that creates an energy that gets put out to not just, that person. Sometimes just kind of gets scattered everywhere because, it's like when in school, it's kind of like, at least this is an experience I had in school, in primary school, in elementary school, I mean, is I remember the teacher would tell us, if one person talks, the entire class will be punished with that one person. And so it kind of creates this idea where this person is like, well, okay, I will definitely not fucking talk, because if I do, everybody's gonna be pissed at me for not, following directions. So it's like more of like it's like, this isn't just about me, it's about all of us. And so, yeah, it's just great. So with it, like I was saying, with the Justice card in tandem with the Buffalo Spirit, they are like one and the same pretty much, because the Justice card is about fairness and about everything happening the way it needs to happen, and everything kind of going according to plan. And if you believe that things will work out the way they need to, they will. And when you kind of live in that energy, you will be abundant. Things will just come to you like that almost. The more and more you kind of align with that energy, things were just going to happen for you in amazing ways. Things that are going to be like, wow, it's going to be crazy how you will like want something or ask the universe for something, and it's just gonna be like, boom, there you go, and you're gonna be like, what? But with that being said, you have to be very careful, because the more you align with this energy, the more powerful you kind of become with your thoughts. And so if you are asking for this and asking the universe for that, and you're seeing and you're getting, and it's like, oh my god, this is so crazy, the second you have kind of like a bad day, you got to be careful with those thoughts, because the second you kind of get a little bit negative, you're mirroring that, and you might see some unwanted shit come to you real quick, just as quick as you might want or ask for like the good stuff. So you got to be careful with that. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? Three of Cups. Okay, I feel like with the Three of Cups, that has to do with working together. And really, that's crazy. Yeah. It's about, we're all in this together. It's about working together, making deals together, believing that you have something to give, and finding someone else who has something to give, and kind of creating this like energy, this kind of like balancing symbiotic relationship that you are providing other people with like your gift, and in turn that person is providing you with their gift, whatever. And it just, working together is what is really changing timelines and shifting the energy in the collective into a positive reality, and into a positive, experience as, someone living on Earth. So there's just, it's all about, coming together and working together and being nice to people, and understanding that your actions have consequences, not just for you, but for everybody around you and for the world. I mean, yeah. What else do we need? What else do we got here? The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles has to do with kind of movement towards, if this will focus, yeah, it has to do with movement toward either a career, something like financial, like moving towards something, some kind of financial means. If you're like, I feel like a lot of people are trying to find their dream job right now, okay? Something that's really important to them, not something that they're just kind of doing to survive and to get money. But there's a lot of people right now at this time really focused on, okay, how can I be happy and survive? Like, how can I you know, a lot of people are tired of, you know, working to live, working to survive. You know, you work so hard just to not get as much back as you have put out. And so there's just this energy of people are really starting to try to find what it is that can make them happy. And it requires teamwork. You know, it requires teamwork for this to be something that could be a reality for you. And I just recently heard or was watching a video regarding kind of finances and how to find your dream job. And one of the things that was said, I believe, I forget his name, but one of the things that he said, this person is a very successful business owner and whatnot. And so, excuse me. This person is a very successful business owner, so it's not just some person, you know, off the street who's just saying things about business and finances. But he did say that a way to find your dream job, to find, you know, a job that you will like enjoy, and to be able to earn money while doing this, so you won't like go home and feel exhausted and like you're a slave to the system or whatever. But okay, he said that his suggestion was to write down all of the things that you enjoy doing, all of your passions, and to focus on the most prominent thing that you've written down, the one that you're most attracted to, and to kind of hone in on that, to do research about who needs this type of thing that you are passionate about, to find that what kind of system needs what it is that you feel like you can bring to the table, so to speak, and to kind of just do your research to see what kind of systems, what kind of industries need this service that you could provide. And then with that, it was a lot more understandable when he said it, but it's just this idea that you are kind of connecting to this balanced give and take energy, this kind of like system that gives you just as much as you give to them, so that you feel abundant, you feel happy and fulfilled in doing whatever it is that you want to do in your life, rather than feeling like you're exerting all of this energy for like to live paycheck to paycheck. And it's not a way to live. It's not a way to live. And I feel like it's just something that is being worked on a collective level with us at this time. Okay, I hope that made sense. I know I got a little bit crazy there for a second, a little bit scatterbrained for a second, but hopefully that made sense to you guys. Okay, let's see. One more message here. I think I'm gonna pull one more moon oracle card to get another kind of general energy idea, and then we'll pull a few more tarot cards to conclude this video / reading. Okay, what can we conclude to this collective energy idea? What more do we need to know to conclude this video and this reading? All right. Show the world the real you. It's time to show people what you're made of. That's what I'm feeling, guys. It's time to show people who the heck you are. Because you're amazing. You're amazing. I feel like you have so many talents, you have so many needed qualities that you could share with the world, that are so needed in the world right now. I feel like there's so much inside of you right now that you're not sharing, and it would be really helpful to the world, to the universe, if you shared more of this gift with the universe. And so yeah, I just feel like a lot of you at this time are letting their freak flags fly. Their freak flags fly. You know what I mean? And I don't mean like, hopefully you know what I mean by when I say people are letting their freak flags fly. Like, they're not ashamed of who they are. They're not ashamed of what they do, what they can do. They're putting themselves out there, and it's necessary, because when you put yourself out there, you are kind of, waving your light around to other people who might be attracted to your light, who might be in the same kind of light group, so to speak. So it's just, if you haven't already, it will be very beneficial for you to really show the world who you are and what you can do, because you're amazing. You have gifts. You have amazing gifts that are not like anybody else's. We all have our own special gifts that might be similar to other people's gifts, but they have their own signature. They have their own signature to it that is only you. And I feel like you have such an amazing gift to give the world that maybe you're not seeing, that it's something that could be helpful for the world, or even anybody really around you. But there is, I feel so strongly that you have a gift to give the world, but you don't really see the connection as to like how it could help, but it can. And I'm seeing that very strongly. Yeah, the Two of Swords. I feel like you're not really seeing what you can do. You're not really understanding the power that you have, and the power that you have to change the reality, not only for yourself, but for Earth, in a positive way. Like, you bring shit to the table. So you bring some good shit to the table. I mean, we all have our shit, that our baggage, but I'm talking about like the good stuff, like the good stuff you're hiding deep within that maybe you only kind of enjoy to yourself. So I'm here to tell you, like, let it out, man. We need it. We need that energy. You got some good energy in you, and we need it. The world needs it at this time, and it'll be so helpful at this time for you to share who you are and your gifts and your energy. Okay, let's see what else. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, that's such a good card. Sorry, I was just admiring the Nine of Pentacles, because the Nine of Pentacles is kind of similar to the Nine of Cups as well, which is a card we just recently picked up. But yeah, it's very similar to the Nine of Cups as well, just being kind of content with what you have and what you've earned thus far, where you've come from, how far you've come. You've come so far. I hope you understand that. I feel like there might be not an unknowing that you are powerful, and you can change the world with your perceptions. You can change the world with your gifts. You can change the world with just being your absolute authentic self. And I feel like with that, it sends this content, satisfying energy out into the world, as well as back to you. If you like really kind of align with this energy, you can really affect things in a positive way more than you really realize. All right, let's go one more, okay? Maybe we'll see. Okay. We got the Three of Cups again. All right. Having to do with, working with people. You might have don't be ashamed of asking for help, okay? Don't feel like you need to do something all on your own, like you need to fix something all on your own, or that like the world is on your shoulders a little bit. Like the point of it is for us all to do this together as a collective, you know? We're supposed to do this together. It's not something that you have to do all by yourself. So just allow yourself to be open to help from people that maybe you didn't even think is possible you could get help from. Allow people to come in and share themselves with you, so that you can then feel comfortable sharing yourself with them, and that creates that, like, this system that creates this symbiotic relationship as a whole in the universe, or, you know, yeah, in the universe, but also more specifically, you know, Earth and where we are now. But yeah, there's just this beautiful, like, community feeling where, as opposed to the energy that we kind of were getting in the beginning of this reading with, like, the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, where it was kind of this, like, feeling like, oh, things are crazy, it's hopeless, you know, people are dying and losing hope, and it's just like this kind of hopelessness feeling, this victim mentality, this lack mentality that is causing chaos and, you know, a frenzy within an environment of people who are getting scared and, like, hurting each other and becoming selfish just because there's this lack mentality, feeling like they need to be the first one to have, you know, all of the toilet paper, or the first one to have all of this or that. And so that energy is very, like, chaotic and messy and fearful, full of, like, fear, and full of the idea that there's not enough, and so that you need to, like, fight people to take all to take all of this stuff so that you'll have enough. And it's just the energy that we have here that we've kind of moved forward from is very, like, helpful and, you know, symbiotic, and there's just, like, this, sorry, camera died again, and there's this working together and these networking and connections that are helpful and are positive. And so, yeah, I feel like okay, this is the bottom of the deck. I feel like the bottom of the deck tarot cards are always prominent, or always important, really, not necessarily prominent, but important. And so I feel like with the Tower card energy here, it's about faulty foundations. Whatever was built on faulty foundations are all coming down. They're all coming down so that we have a clean slate to build on, to a clean slate so that we can build a better and more sufficient, more sustaining, more of a sustaining foundation, so that we can start, you know, rebuilding that foundation, and then so we can, you know, build a better institution that is stable and has been done with love and connection and partnerships and just positivity. So I think that's all I have for now, guys. That was quite the reading. I think I feel like that was very powerful, very important for us to all be aware of right now. I'm currently going through a crazy shift in my life, an intense shift and change in my own life. So it's been a little bit weird these last couple of days. The energy, and I can't believe I even had the energy to do this reading for you guys right now, but I did it. I pushed through because I feel like it's my really? I blanked out the word. It's my freaking purpose. This is my purpose. It feels like it's my purpose for myself to connect to these energies, these higher perspective energies, for my own self, but also to really realize how it impacts my life in a positive way, and to be able to share that with other people to hopefully reciprocate that same kind of impact that it's had for me. So yes, I am glad that I was able to do this for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, that's all I got for today. I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. So yeah, bye.